it's Allie Edwards and welcome to day 23 at December Daily this year for 2018. I am working on a page that I had set up in the Product Play workshop, and I got a bunch of hanging tags here. Kind of the idea of creating almost like a tree with your stitching on the background and then stitching tags on, hand stitching them on with embroidery floss. So here I am at the actual day. Things that I would like to add on here include the date, and I think I'm probably gonna go with something like this on one of those tags. I also have 4 photos and then one small journaling, one small tag for journaling there too. This one might be a little bit too tall, we'll see. I just printed these out. I used Photoshop to crop them to 1.75 by 2.75, which is about the size of the tags. Obviously, it's just gonna depend on what tag size you're using. And I just picked out 3 random photos from the day. We had gone to Costco, we went to the grocery store, we went to the mall. This was like doing all of the last minute type of stuff. And then we came home and I made a cake, tried a new cake recipe. And then we sat by the fire and basically rewatched all of season 7 of Game of Thrones with a big fire in the fireplace, and it was rad. So what I'm doing right now is trimming out a picture of the fireplace, which is where I was sitting most of the time. I also went online and printed out a picture of the Night King, the bad guy, supposed bad guy, I think, here, from Game of Thrones, and I'm gonna cut that out and add that on there too, which is a nice reminder that you can add on images that you might find online for movies or TV shows or music if you were documenting that kind of stuff in your album as well. And again, I just cropped those. I cropped them already in Photoshop, which this will be just a funny little thing on there. And then a picture of what I was cooking. I didn't get a finished picture of the cake because I basically just made the inside part of the cake, and then when the kids are here tomorrow, I will do the rest of the frosting and all that. I just wanted it to have a few days. Wasn't ready. We're not ready to eat it yet. And then the journaling. So let's see if this is gonna fit. It's gonna be a little bit tight on there. I might have to rerun that one. Let's see what it looks like when it comes out here. Probably won't do a hole in this one, so maybe figuring out a different way to attach the tag onto the background. Yeah, I gotta redo that because it's too tight around the edges. So I'm gonna reprint that one and then come back over here and play around. All right, so I reprinted that one. It's still a little tight, but I think that is gonna work, and I'm just gonna figure out where I want to put it on here. Where do I want my Game of Thrones guy? Let's see. So another idea that I had related to this that you could do, and I may still add these on, is other little tags. And I didn't grab as many as I kind of wished that I would, but I do have a few here from a couple of the gifts and places that I bought some things. So I'm thinking I might add just 3 of those on there, just so I have this really kind of full, almost messy, but a full fun collection of little tags from the season along with the date. And I'm kind of thinking this one might be too big, so I'm gonna look at adding stickers from here. So, and then I'm gonna add a couple of these little chipboard pieces also on there, on some of these, like this one, like my Game of Thrones guy. And this one can have a hole in it. It's probably gonna go right through his head, but that's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a smaller hole on this one. Let's see if I can go cleaning out my crocodile. These ones don't need as big of holes as the other one had. Okay, so we've got that guy. We have, it's gonna add to this photo. How about Big Love for This, which is sitting by the fire, just like one of my favorite things. This one can also have that guy. And so we'll add a sticker to this one too, a chipboard sticker. Just looking at the, I'm gonna do So Love. The baking part is fun, for sure. And then this one, picture of Aaron at Costco, like, you know, last second as we make our way to the checkout. Oh yeah, I want to take a picture of this. That was what that was like. Okay, so I have these ones now. So what I need to do is stitch these on there. Actually, I'll just put this one down here too. And I'm gonna hand stitch them. Now, one issue I'm gonna have is that on this side, I didn't, that's really low down on there. I guess I didn't really even see how low that was. It could have been up higher. Oh well. I already adhered the background down on this guy. So I think what I'm gonna do for these ones is just make it look like it's stitched on there. And I was thinking about using the green embroidery floss, and then I'll just do a little adhesive on the top. Let's see what happens if I do that. Rather than going all the way through, because, so what I would do is something like this, where you're wrapping it on here. I'm gonna tape it down and then just adhere it right there, I think. Let's see, let me consider how this would work. Or the other thing I could do is I could just peel back the one from yesterday. Maybe I'll end up doing that. Okay, let me make a couple decisions here about how and where I want to have these things on here. And I'm still thinking that that one could be stapled on there too. Just something a little bit different. And I don't mind that they're overlapping, like that part's totally okay as well. So let me consider, let me see what it looks like if let's pull this out of the album. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna peel this back and then I'll re-adhere it down on there when I'm done with putting the tags on here. So I'm gonna go find my needle, and then I'll get to work on that part. Okay, got my needle, and now I just basically need to decide where do I want to put these. And excuse me, I think that I'm not gonna overthink it. I think I am not going to overthink. That's gonna be my mantra here, and I'm just gonna add these on. So I have a needle and the green embroidery floss, just to showcase a little bit of the, like, that this was, you know, this is the second part of the story, right? The first part of the story was just getting those other ones on there, kind of these scissors are not good anymore, the decorative ones on there. And then I just tape these down. This is essentially what I do. You could tie a knot, but it makes it a lot thicker. I'm gonna need to do more. So there's my Night King. Okay, let's re-thread this with some more of this. I am gonna put these other little tags on here too because I think that they are fun. Okay, the fact that I just threaded that the first time is like a Christmas gift to myself because I've spent lots of time before trying to get that on there and it took forever. Okay, so yay. I'll take that as a win. All right, so I think that I'm gonna put this guy up here. And I punch the holes first because I want to come in through the back. That way I just kind of know where I'm going and I'm not going through having to go through the picture itself. And I got out my little sharp scissors, which are much better for this task. Okay. All right, so let's see, what else do we want to do? I think I want to put this little cat on here too. The little cat guy. Maybe I'll do that last. Okay, so I think I was going to put the journaling on here. The journaling, I'm just going to go, I'm not putting an actual hole in there. I mean a hole in the, like a big hole like I did, but I'll just go like this and I'll just get it right on there. Okay, and then let's come on here. Let's do this guy right here. Oops, pulled it out too far. Okay, and then I have one more photo that I'm going to put down here, and then I will add those other couple ones on there and figure out where I want to have the date. Alright, so there's kind of the initial ones. Then I was going to add on these other ones that are just kind of fun extra tags that are nice layered in here, I think. Okay, so this one, That one I'm just gonna let it have a double one because I don't want to pull it out. Okay, just a little bit left on there. Take the tag off of this guy. So I like how it's kind of just a collection of ephemera, right? It's an ephemera from the day. I could have added a receipt. I could have added other tags or something like that. I mean, there's lots of different things that you could have be the focus of the things that, you know, kind of the content of the story that you're telling here. But this is kind of a fun way to do it. And then this little cat. I don't know if any others of you that have like 9, 10-year-olds. Anna and Audrey, they're really into these Pusheen cats. So we'll put this one on here too. And they can be moved around to be able to see the journaling below there. Okay, we're gonna go up and we're gonna go right there, I think. Oops. Okay, lots of tags, lots of fun little things happening here. Okay, those guys, words, all right. So I think what I want to do, the main thing I still need to do is I want to add the date on one of these or make another little tag. And actually I have some little, let's see if I have these, little tags. Let's use one of these. I have a whole, basically I have like a whole box of different sizes of tags and things that I've used over the years. But I think that one will be great just to put 23 on there. Fun. And then that can go right up here on the top. And where is my needle? Yes, see I have one more little bit. Let's see if we can make that happen. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna call this one good, unless I have, I'll look one last time and see if there's any other little things that I wanna add on to there. But a fun way, I think, to approach this kind of thing, and it's definitely a little crazy and I got, you know, stuff going everywhere with it, but I think that that's kind of the fun part of it, and different things that can layer on top of each other. Different ones that are even like this one can be pulled out. Which is fun too. So, all right, if I add anything else, you'll see it in the photo, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will be back here after Christmas with my last couple days of stories. Thanks so much for being a part of this community.